very much for interviewing me here. And yes, I am the kind of the overseer of Stunhanger, but it actually belongs to all the modeling. I've been doing control line about 50 years. I started at a very young age, and my father was a good provider for me. He opened a hobby shop so that I could pursue my hobby, and basically this is what's come of it. So he flew in 1948, and he got a second place at the Canadian Nationals. We have 4,500 members, and it's basically all worldwide, and that's why you folks down in, I guess, Argentina are viewing Stunhanger. And it started 11 years ago, and it's been a real success. When I was younger, I built, at the hobby shop, probably 3 a month, and now I'm down to about 6 a year, so about 1 every 2 months. This airplane was built 40 days, so I don't know. I'd say it's close to 500. Well, I love control line in total. I'm not real sure on the longevity of control line because it's very hard to get younger people involved in the hobby. I'm looking that I should be able to build for the rest of my life, another 20 years anyway. Well, there's been a lot of innovations with the electrics and things that have come about. So the future control line is basically in the younger generation's hands, and now with the computer generation, and electrics, I foresee it lasting, a while longer. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share on my YouTube channel at Stunhanger at YouTube, and you can also go to www.stunhanger.com and register, and you'll join our control line family. So till we see you again, fair winds, tight lines. See ya. All right, that was a little intro that was done by Hobby Show TV in Argentina. Carolina Federici, she's a gorgeous gal. Anyway, I know some of you don't like the molding videos or whatever, but I have to get on the stick. I did the contest today, and I want to explain to you what's going on with these landing gear. Okay, let's see here. And what we're going to do about it. Yeah. This was the original that it was taken from. Danny designed this gear in the 90s, and he quit making gear. Thank you for the likes. And there'll be some more field action tomorrow. Anyway, Danny decided to design these gears and decided that he was going to quit making them. Well, I borrowed this gear from Mark and told him that I was going to thin it down and make it better, lighter. Well, I got this gear and molded it up in the first mold. And the gear is too stiff. It is just way too stiff. It's 34 grams. So this is another one here. It's just too damn stiff. So I really thinned it out and got it down to 24 grams. And we got some flex in it now. So went over it with the Acryl Green. I'm going to sand it up here, and we're going to wax this up, and I'm going to make a new mold because I have obligations to get these gear out. So that's why we're doing the molding tonight. So, and remember, your landing gear look exactly like your mold. So let's see. We had a good day at the field. I put these Zor propellers on my airplane. I did 3 trim changes. You're not supposed to, but I don't know. I kind of know what airplanes need. I put an extra ½ ounce of tip weight in it. I need to take about a quarter of that out, but I put a ½ ounce of tip weight and I put a stinger on it, you know, a little snorkel, and that adds a quarter ounce. And then this propeller adds another ½ ounce. So all in all, I made the airplane weigh about 1.5 ounces heavier. So today while flying, it was a 6-pitch Zor. I kept slowing the motor down. It just doesn't sound real. I got a 5-pitch on it now. We're going to try tomorrow. A 5-pitch Zor. It's a 14.5 cut to 13.5, so it's extra wide blade. So we'll get that done. A lot of people have written me letters saying that I ought to knock out the extras on Stunt Hanger, the hangouts, and we've got it covered. You know, the guys will donate $25 and expect this thing costs $300 a month plus extras. So I would say it's probably closer to $350 a month to run, and that doesn't cover Charles. And I appreciate your input, but I've kind of got this down to a science. We got the hangout covered anyway. And this ain't a cheap endeavor. Doing the best I can. So these gear here are about half the thickness of those gear, and they're airfoils. And they're plenty strong. I got a new thing to use on this mold, which is called Free Coat, to make the mold better. Because I've got to get 3 landing gear done so I can get them to Australia. I'm not going to put out garbage. I did that once when I first started molding stuff, and that ain't going to happen again. That was, if you go back when I first made flat plate landing gear, I sent some out and they failed in the sun, so I've done my research on what it takes. All right. So we got the acrylic green and all the spots. These are plenty stout, and they weigh 24 grams. So that's what we need. That's what we need. Let's see, we got a little spot right there. I guess this is 180, better sand than with 320, and then wax them and PVA them, and we'll glue up the, you'll get to see the whole process, except for the pouring of the mold, because you've seen that. I only got 1 more gallon of this stuff. I don't want to, I got $300 invested in molds of it. Can't quite use yet, so I gotta do it right. But I'm learning. Yeah, I gotta do this here. Well, this is all sanding. You guys like to see me sand? This will be a nice gear. I mean, I don't want to send stuff out that I wouldn't use myself. Danny's working in Indianapolis in an IndyCar carbon shop. They're making IndyCar bodies. So we might have some new technology coming our way. That's plenty strong. You can even push on these. I can a little bit. Okay. Let's do this. First thing we'll do is 3 coats of wax. Need to find my clay and start it getting warmed up. So wipe it off with alcohol there. Get all the goobers off of it. That looks pretty good. So we need what? The clay. Now this clay is extremely hard. I'll get my hot box going. Yeah, I probably got enough clay in this bag right here. Maybe. Put that in the hot box and get her soft while I'm doing the rest of this stuff. I got some green gumby in my flight box, but I like that for adding trim weight. So we'll turn this up. Let me get this out of here. Okay, we need the wax. There's the wax. Now this mold won't get done tonight. I'm just setting the gear up. We might get to the free coat. I don't know. Got some good feedback at the field today. Guys I've never met say, "Oh yeah, I watch you all the time." That's always nice. Okay. So I got my big gear that are made for big airplanes, heavy airplanes. And I got this mold here that I can make for medium, but I'm thinking that any reasonably weighted stunner would be fine on these gear here. You're kind of in the roundhouse, you know. You put big gear on it expecting it to be heavy, and they weigh more, it will be heavy. You put light gear on it expecting it to be light, they're lighter, so it will be light. So I can see this video is going to be a dud too. Only got 3 watchers. But we're running on Rumble and X. And that's why I played the opening interview, because some people haven't seen my channel before. If I could get Carolina Flararisi, or whatever how you say her last name, on here, we'd have 100,000 subscribers overnight. Even though you can't understand her. I don't speak Portuguese. But man, she's a beauty. I think they've taken Hobby Show TV off the internet because they had a bad habit of pirating music. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Might have to put it on a back burner, or get something to do to supplement your hobby money, like doing this kind of stuff. Okay, we want to wax up some of these boards too. This is phenolic that I cut into 2-inch strips. We're going to wax this up real good. It's I knew the landing gear were going to be a steep learning curve. Yeah, it's a whole lot harder than you think. You'll have a pretty big cache layout too. This landing gear and fuel tank little side gig has to work, or I'm not going to have any money for the Nationals. Either that or I have to go back to work, and I'm not looking forward to that. And I can. I'm still in pretty good shape. My dad worked up until the time he was 90 something. We'll just do an hour of this, and I know you guys are bored already with this, and I just have to do this. You know, and there's only so many hours in a day, and if you guys want to see me stream, you're gonna have to sit through it. See, we won't need these unless I'm gonna need them to do the top half. And like I say, I will not get to the pour tonight. Might get to the free coat. I don't know. Probably should start the compressor. And hope that my airbrush is not clogged up with PVA. Let's run the compressor. Color here I did last night. I cut the tips brown. The door color I got on it now, I got the tips cast back like they were originally. So we're going to see if they're less noisy. The front works pretty good. It looks good, but it pulls pretty good. Might be a convert for 13.6 rev up to 13.6 or 13.5 door. Yeah. much rather contract building an airplane for somebody. Do this. These are gonna be slick. I don't know about this right here though. Might just have to fill that with clay. No, let's put some aqua green on it. We're not in that big a rush. Okay. Good enough. Let it dry up and sand it off. Like I say, these are 20 stout. And 24 grams instead of 34 grams. Now this gets glued to the landing gear. And it gets clayed, then pre-coated, then mold material poured in it. Now this is a balsa wood landing gear I made. Oh, I broke it. It doesn't matter because I'm not going to use it. But I was going to use this as the mold, but I made it too tall. This was going to be my plug. But I got talked out of that. By somebody in the know. Hopefully we get this done in an hour. I doubt it. Tomorrow, there will be some more footage at the field because the speed contest is continuing. And we got great weather for tomorrow again, so I got to take advantage of it. Because the following weekend, we're going to be up in Indiana at Dennis's contest. So expect some footage from there. I paid for enough bandwidth to cover that. Can't believe some guys don't want to see the extras, the hangouts and the at the field coverage. I mean, it's at the field is pretty tough. I just put it on a stand and let it run. It's not like I'm a production movie set or anything. But I'll be taking my movie camera to the Nationals and Brodex to make a edited film as well, but we'll run a live stream so you guys can be on top of it. The only problem with live streaming is the battery only lasts about 2 hours. And if I plug the external battery into the phone, it hums. Okay, those are all waxed up. This is not dry yet. See this coming, it's going to be a mess. Using the Acryl to get all the imperfections out of this gear so it's not impregnated into the ones that I'm making. Because this gear was laid up in a half. It wasn't laid up in a whole mold. I took my half mold and did this one here. I just got to keep my fingers crossed that I get it right this time. If not, I'll have to drive to Indianapolis and borrow Danny's mold. Okay, let's see if we can sand this up. I kind of doubt it's pretty fresh. Yeah, too fresh. Gonna have to let it set. So, what can we do? I also moved the handle in about a half an inch. The line spacing about a half an inch down. I was kind of over controlling the bottoms, coming out and bouncing up and down. And if that doesn't help, I'll move the overhang out a little bit. Got to get it trimmed. I only got 2 months to do it. Well, I got more than that. June, July, and about 2.5 months to do it. Yeah, I guess we're at a standstill now because I got to wait for this stuff to dry before I can sand it. I don't know what words of wit I can give. Oh, I smell that clay. That hot box works good. Turn it off. I might have to do this again because we ain't gonna get to this tonight. Yeah, it didn't take much to get that soft. I guess I could drag my other airplane over and work on the flaps. I'll wait for this stuff to dry. Yeah, this is gonna be a minute. So these are the three backers. I'm not believing my engine's completely broken in either. So I might have to swap out one of my other motors in this orange Viper, depending on tomorrow. If it comes around tomorrow, I might swap it out for another one. Let's work on these hinges, I guess. It's gonna take some time. I gotta get this thing covered, man. You can break them so easy when they're in this state. Okay, we got the flap shaped, sanded. Let me move this camera around to this side so I can do this a little better. This is the free coat here. It takes some work. Get that flat. That will work there. Okay. Build us some hinges. Like the natives are restless out there. The hardest part of these hinges is finding these brass eyelets and making this tool right here with a piece of 1/8" piano wire. So we need 3. I got one done there. Any more? Any more? Might not have to make any. No such luck. They're going to make 2. I don't know why I'm saving these horns. I'll never use them. But I just can't throw stuff away like that. Never know, you might need something. 43 minutes. You get to at least see how the wire is captured anyway. I should be able to get that done. Or we'll stay on until that's done. And then after the program ends, I'll go back to the molds. Because you guys don't like to see that stuff. But I gotta do it. Gotta work on some tanks too. Gotta make some stuff. Okay, the little eyelet goes in the hinge. You turn it over, flare it on the other side with that piece of piano wire you make. A little tricky, but you can get it done. The trick is hitting it square. That's the biggest deal. And now we can put this back on the shelf for another couple of months. I used to sell them hinges until people whined about $15. They should be $25. Got to source all the parts. Let's see here. Where are my nippers? Either this wire or this wire. I think that's too big. Nope. That's the right stuff there. Okay. Let that go. Back to work. Need Lyman pliers. And cut your wire as long as the notch, approximately. Like I said, John, he embeds carbon fiber, and I got the carbon fiber rod to go in there. The only problem is it's heavy. It leaves a little bugger on the end of the tip. John says he likes to finish the slots. Well, they look the same whether you do it on or off the airplane. It don't matter. Six to one, half dozen in the other. All about knowing this, what you're looking at is all. Okay, we got 3 hinges. You put the wire through. I'll try to do this. Missed the crew at the field today. Yeah, we were there at 9 o'clock, probably. 9 to 3. So you put this in the center. Force that wire down in there to keep it from turning. Make sure that thing's parallel to the center line of the flap. That helps the hinge move. Ends up looking like that. Then, because this is 3/16 deep, I got 3/16 inch sheet. And I cut some strips. And it go instead of don't put it across this way because the wire will pull out. You put the grain across this way. There we go. Let me do this. Saw or something. Cut a few pieces. Okay, there we got our pillars for the hinges. I guess it's going to be the wide piece. You'll notice I'm angling the flap away from the hinge when I put the glue on it. You can glue that hinge to these easy. Let gravity do its work. That's it's good. Then we got to cut the tip off. I guess I should have started this program with this flap instead of molding stuff. Now, if you're on Rumble or X, I can't see the chat. I don't like that one. Maybe tap that again. Work free. Come on now. Get over. There it is. These are a little more complicated than blade and flat plate hinges, but the benefits really outweigh than other hinges. They do two things for you: no hinge tape, and they're twice as free as the other ones. We need that stick, the dirty stick. That's this one. Need three more pieces. Get rid of these. Huh. Well, that one's too tight. Shit. I threw them other pieces on the floor. That one's too loose. So we'd rather have it too tight than too loose. Okay. We're coming up on our hour, but I'm just going to go ahead and go right through this. So you guys see how to get the other flap on. This one here is tight too. Yeah. There it is. Now, invariably, these stupid things will be tight when you first put them on. You gotta work at it and figure out what the hell is binding. That one's too tight. That one's too loose. My stripper must not have cut real straight pieces. We'll put it on tight, trim it with a razor blade. Okay, that's the hinge install. Now you just gotta sand them to shape. See, here's one that locked up. Now we got it loose. Might get some heavier sandpaper, so I don't have to take so damn long doing that. Okay. Where's the 80? We got it right here. Where's that stick? There it is. Of course, these are just being roughed in now. They'll have to be sanded trimmed, finished, you know. Just getting them roughed in. And when you cover them with tissue, it goes around that and locks that piece in there. There's no way it can come out. Unless somebody grabs the flaps and tries to rip them off. Not much I can do for stupidity. Okay, I'll go over real quick with 180 here. Just to kind of dress them off. This airplane could be done before the Nats, possibly. Will it make an appearance? I don't know. I still got airplanes that I haven't shown at the Nats yet. The Aegis and what other ones haven't made it? I'm sure there's some of them over there that have made it. Got bombs going off out there. Now, these will have to be detail sand, but you take a straight razor blade and you clean up this where they're rubbing. There it is. That's why I said I'd rather have it too big than too short. You can always cut it off. Otherwise, you got to do it with tissue and dope. Yeah, 8:30 dinner time, so we'll go till 8:30. I should have these on. There it is.
Now, in order to get them on the airplane, it's a pretty simple deal. That's how I do it. We know these are free. So anything you're going to do, you're going to put a bind in it with this one. You turn the hinges up. You put it on. Maybe. And you mark it. So we got one there. There's the pencil. This one's okay. This one's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Let me see. Maybe the other camera angle would be better. Other angle of the dangle. Check it out. Okay. You take your 1/8" drill bit. I use a hand bit. And you come right to the center of this trailing edge between those two marks you just made, and you make a hole. I guess you could drill it with a hand, with an electric drill, but I used to broach them, but I quit doing that. I just force them in, and they're going to be square quick enough. Make sure they're 90 degrees to the trailing edge. You don't want to drill it in crooked. Otherwise, then the hinge will bind. If you're off a little, it don't much matter, but the first time you put these on, they're always a bitch. Okay. Come on, get in there. Like I said, they're always a bitch. There's one. There's the other. There we go. Yeah, broke the damn rib. Okay, put a little CA on it before I forget. I'll leave it off there. Damn. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna have to open that hole up a little bit. That's in square, that's in square. This one's a little crooked. So I drilled this hole a little bit incorrect. Just take this bit, ogle it a little bit. The glue will fill the hole. Because if you don't get them in straight, they will bind, and then you'll be crying. There we go. That's it. Now, for the tip of this, I'm going to take a piece of wood here. Push it up tight. See that there's 0 hinge gap. We'll hold this on here like so. I guess I'll cut it big and sand it this shape. That looks good. Okay. This airplane's coming out extremely good. I try to keep the hinges as close to the tip that I can so you don't get any flat flutter at the tip. I see that happen a lot. So, this program we did a little molding, or trying to get it mold ready. See if that's dry yet. Not really. Trying to get the mold ready to go for these landing gear. And we did a little work on Viper 4 here. What is it binding? What do we got going on here? I need to pin this or tack it or something. Let me put a tag on it. Tack weld. There we go. There we go. That's perfect. Yep, I like them hinges. Not happy about this. A little glue booger there I'm going to have to sand. That's why I put that X there. I had that trailing edge sanded in perfect. Got it. Not that big a deal. There it is. Got a little CA booger on there. That shows you the covering. Still have a lot of detail sanding left to do on this. These all need to be rounded over and sanded with 320. And then we'll dope them and sand them and dope them and sand them 3 times. And then get ready to cover. I basically could cover this right now. Now I met a guy out at the Thermal Airs free flight meeting, and he said he had light polyspan, but I got a feeling it ain't light polyspan. I'm going to have to drive to Cottonville and see. I think it's regular polyspan, and I don't want to use that. I want to use, on this model, I want to use light polyspan with Japanese tissue over the top of it. And the only reason why I'm doing light polyspan is because I can't do Japanese tissue. It's just a feat over my head. Sorry to say. I'll figure it out one day. Alrighty, we've been on 1.5 hours. My dinner's probably pretty close to being ready. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. And as far as how Stun Hanger runs, I'm going to continue on doing it the way I'm doing it. Everybody, you know, it doesn't seem to be broken. There's no need to try a different fix. All right. Like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.